maybe now would be a good time to talk a little bit about your own conversion story. I listened to you tell it on another show, and I was very moved by it. That was a very brave
Sure.
thing to go into, and how that feeds into the book and to where you are today.
Sure. Well, at around the same time that I was seeing in my professional life that the typical materialist and also atheist way of looking at the human person, the human brain, the human mind and soul didn't add up. That there was more to us than that. I also had experiences, I'm sure many people have had, that I will call hauntings, and I would be going about my daily activities with my family, my work, my recreation, whatever. And I'd all of a sudden start to think, like, how did I get here? Like, what is this all about? You know, you're in this amazing world. I don't know where I came from. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know why I'm here. And we take so much for granted, but goodness gracious, this is a fascinating place. And for the most part, we don't think about how to explain it. And it would kind of creep me out. You know, I'd think, goodness gracious, it's like I'm missing the story here. And then I'd get back to work and go on and do my other distracting chores. And when my youngest child was born, I have 4 kids, and my youngest child, my son, we noticed when he was very small that he wasn't making eye contact with us and he wasn't smiling. And I became concerned that he had a severe kind of autism. Which was kind of terrifying, you know, that he wouldn't be able to connect to me. And my wife had the same concerns. And so we took him to a specialist who said, he was a few months old at this point. And the specialist said, you really can't tell when they're this young, you can't be sure. So it was really bothering me. I was terrified of that, of having a child who wouldn't know me. And so I one night was seeing a consult, a patient at a Catholic hospital that was near my main hospital. And after I saw the patient, I was leaving the building, and there was a chapel there. They kept open, 24 hours. And so I decided to go in the chapel and pray because I had no other choice. So I went in the chapel, knelt down in front of the altar and said, Lord, I don't know if you exist. I have my doubts, but I'm pulling out all the stops now. I need some help on this. I can't emotionally deal with having my child be someone who doesn't know me, that I can't form a bond with. And I heard a voice, only time in my life I've ever heard a voice, and the voice was very clear. It was inside my head, but it was not me. And the voice said, but that's what you're doing to me. And I collapsed. I said, well, all right, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to do it to you. I realize that in a way I've been autistic to you. And that's painful to the Lord when we're not connecting to him. And so I promised him I wouldn't do it anymore. And I asked him to heal my son. So I called the church the next day, said, hey, how can I get baptized? I was never baptized. And in my family too, and everybody got involved. And a couple of days later was my son's 6th month birthday. And at his little birthday gathering, he started to smile and look at us and made eye contact and was a normal child. I believe that it's painful to God when we don't have a relationship with him, and he gave me the grace of showing me what that felt like, and then healed my son.
Can you talk about, what a powerful story, by the way, can you talk about some of the changes that happened in you and in your life and may I ask how old you were at the time?
Let's see. Well, this happened 25 years ago, and I'm almost 70 now, so
Okay.
45. Yeah.
Mid 40s. So you had spent 45 years as an unbeliever. Maybe can you talk a little bit about the things that changed for you personally and in your family in the months
Sure.
and years that followed?
Sure. Well, I'd come from I'd come from a perspective that I wasn't an angry atheist.
Right.
I thought Christians were really nice people, and I thought Christianity was a beautiful story, and Christ was a very admirable man. But I came to realize through this experience and through just contemplating all this that it's not just a beautiful story; it's the truth.
Hmm.
and the truth is it's even more beautiful as the truth. And with my own family, there some members of my family have become Christians with me, and some members are not yet. They're in many ways better people than I am, but they still haven't come to the Lord. I hope and pray that they will. But uh, one of the things it made me very resolute about doing was to try to help other people who were kind of in the same boat I was, brought up in a secular environment, brought up in an atheist environment where faith in God wasn't really a big part of their lives, to understand that faith in God is not only good for us in the sense of it's reassuring and so on, because it's not entirely reassuring. That is, that knowing that you have to answer to the big guy is not, you take things a lot more seriously in a lot of ways, but
Amen.
that it's right. I mean, the idea that Christians live in this happy little bubble where, Jesus takes care of everything and we got nothing to worry about. If you're a Christian, you got a lot to worry about. You got a lot
Hmm.
you have to do right by God, and you have to do what you have to do His will. Um, but I want people to understand that that the science, that this logic, reason, philosophy is all on the side of Christianity. That the atheism and materialism are lies. They're just wrong, and they're junk science, they're junk philosophy, and junk logic. So I part of what I've done for the past 25 years has been to devote myself to debating atheists, to writing about this. I blog a lot for Evolution News and Views and Mind Matters News at the Discovery Institute, which is a think tank that tries to advance the theory of intelligent design, the idea
Hmm.
that there's design in nature. There are many different religious perspectives in the Institute. Some people in the Discovery Institute are not religious. Some people do not believe in God.
Hmm.
Most people there are Christians, but not all. There are people who are Jews. There are people who come from different perspectives. But everybody there believes, as I do, that there is evidence for intelligent agency, intelligent design in the natural world. For evidence of intelligent design in life, in biology, in physics, in neuroscience, that there's evidence for God's action, I think.